Hey, welcome back to Lombere Tactical. I'm Eric Lombere, and I got a new toy, I guess that you can say, that I want to share with you guys. And these are my new sights for the Smith & Wesson MMP Shield. These are the Truglo TFX Pros. So I like these a lot, and I wanted to go ahead and give you guys my thoughts about them and my experience with them so far, and as well as show you kind of what these look like with the lights off, so you can kind of see how bright they are. So anyways, let's get into it. I got these as a gift, so I've been wanting these for a long time, so really happy that I got them. And I did a lot of research about which sights are the best, essentially. And for me, what I was looking for, because I have experience with fiber optic sights, I have experience with night sights, and I wanted something that was good in all situations, because this is my carry gun. I wanted something that would be good in daytime, nighttime, and even like at twilight time, even when visibility is kind of at its worst. So after extensive research of watching YouTube videos and reading reviews and everything like that, and I've been looking for sights for this gun for a long time. So I'm pretty confident in my selection here of the sights that I ended up choosing. So we'll go into why, essentially. So the TFX Pros, they're a special little pair of sights here. So we'll do a close-up shot, and I'll talk about some of the details. All right, so these are the TFX Pros, and you can see right here essentially the sight picture that you would be looking at. The front sight has a nice neon orange. I wouldn't necessarily call that neon orange, but it's a nice bright orange ring. Make sure you can see that. Nice bright orange ring around the front sight. And we'll talk about kind of what makes these special. All right, so essentially you'll see on the very top, there's little windows, okay? Those windows allow light to get to the fiber optics. And what's special about these openings is that they're not just an opening, okay? This is covered with sapphire glass, essentially. And what that does is essentially improve the longevity of these sights, so that as you clean the weapon, with different chemicals and so forth, the chemicals won't penetrate this casing to damage the fiber optics. Because not only is this covered with sapphire glass here, it's also covered with sapphire glass on the front of the sights. At least that's from my understanding of these sights. Now, another cool thing is in the housing here, okay, in the black part of the sights on the front and on the rear, there is tritium inserts. Now, tritium is essentially just a radioactive, piece of material that is just constantly glowing. It doesn't need any sort of charging to make it glow. Tritium just glows. And that's what's really cool about it. Now, as you might know, fiber optics are really good at catching light. That's why right here that I have these lights, studio lights hitting this, they're pretty much glowing right now, right? And that's essentially just the fiber optics catching the light. And that's making it glow and making really great visibility to catch your sights there. Now, if all the lights are off, the tritium is always glowing, but that's when you can see it. Okay, so when the tritium glows, these fiber optics are capturing the tritium light that's coming from inside this housing, and it's enhancing that light and making these very visible at night. I mean, I could tell you from my own experience of carrying this, the visibility of this at nighttime is really amazing. Like, I couldn't be happier with it. It's super easy to pick up the sights, and because this is my everyday carry, I feel extremely confident in this weapon, okay? Not only has this firearm never failed me, but now the only weakness that it ever had is now gone because I put these sights on there. Before I might worry about, okay, if it's nighttime, these sights aren't that great at seeing because, I just had the regular white dot sights. And those are okay, but at nighttime, you can't really see them at all. So that was always a worry of mine. I'm like, okay, so if something ever happened at nighttime, I'm going to essentially, just have to hope that I hit my target. But with these, it's crazy how visible they are at nighttime. And I'll turn off the lights here and give you an example of what that looks like right now. All right, so I had to get a little creative with how I can show this in the dark. So I did adjust the ISO on the camera to make this visible. So hopefully the video doesn't look too bad. But you should be able to see the dots here, okay? I'll try to get you a sight picture right there. So this is really bright. I hope it shows up just as well on the camera, but in person, I can see these perfectly. They are very visible. It's very easy to pick up. Not a problem at all. And this just further instills my confidence in these set of sights here. So we'll go ahead and turn on the lights and continue with the review. As you can see, these are a great pair of sights. We'll go into some more features of it as well. So you'll notice that, this front sight is a little long, okay? So maybe depending on the type of gun that you have, this might be a problem. Like for instance, if you were to put this on the Glock 34 where the opening in the slide is pretty large, this might hang over that. So, maybe depending on the gun, you may not like the length of this front sight. But for this firearm, for the M&P Shield, I think it's fantastic. I don't see any issues with that. Like I said, a great sight picture, easy to pick up. Now, it does have on the back here. So on the back here, the rear sight, you should be able to see that there is a nice ledge on here. And that's so you can catch it maybe on your pants to rack it, or a boot to rack it if you want to do some one-handed manipulations. So that's there. The sights feel very sturdy. They are really impressive, like I've been saying. I really couldn't be happier with them. If you're interested in getting these sights, I'll go ahead and leave a link down below. And it does help support the channel. If you do use those links, I will appreciate it very much. And with that said, guys, I hope you liked the video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hit the bell button so you're notified as soon as I upload new videos, because YouTube, it doesn't like guns very much. So sometimes people aren't alerted when videos of gun channels are uploaded. So hit that bell button, leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.